Just want to start off by showing you this. See this? It's a handkerchief, okay? The good thing about handkerchiefs, they're made of cloth, so you can put them in your wash and reuse them, which, again, doing your bit for the environment, which is what I'm all about. But also, it will save you all a fortune, because there seems to be a lot of people trying them eyes from all the tears with Argo blockchain, guys. I'm sick of it. I don't understand what the issue is here. Is the company changed since we invested big time before the NASDAQ listing? No. So I do not understand why people are bitching and moaning and crying. And here it comes, guys, yet another video to hopefully try and calm some nerves. I understand as new investors, it can be scary to see your money go down, but that is investing, and trust me, you just have to give it time. So let's go over it all again, hopefully settle a few nerves, and there's a bit of news as well.
Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.
What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy, Hold, Sell. I hope, of course, you are all well. So let's talk about it. There's been a lot of stuff back and forth. I've been trying to get all the information gathered up. And for the last week, there's been people on Twitter, on the Facebook groups, all of that, rightly pointing out that on the NASDAQ listing, it had the market cap, as you can see here, listed at over 7 billion, which was wrong. Now, a lot of people speculated that this is part of the reason why a lot of people aren't buying in. And that would most certainly would have played a factor in. Of course it would have, because I mean, anyone looking at that would go, what the fuck, I'm not going near this here. But I'm not so sure that on the NASDAQ website, it being wrong is really the big issue here with Argo blockchain share price. I personally don't think that that is the issue. There was a lot of people going back and forth. There's emails, people messaging, getting them to tidy it up. The share standing was wrong. All of this, I believe now, has been addressed across the board. And if we go back onto the NASDAQ website, if we go on the NASDAQ website, as you can see here, it has been adjusted from the 7 billion. So we will see. I mean, today, Argo blockchain shares prices are up. ARB, which is the London Stock Exchange shares, they're up nearly 3% today, which is a significant enough rise considering how it's been over the last while. The last signal that came in on the day chart is a sell symbol, and the Fibonacci graph obviously is there, but you can see this line here. This is my 9-day moving average, and I like, when I'm trading, to be above the 9-day moving average. So we are below that. The MACD is on a downwards turn, and volume has decreased significantly since sort of the 23rd of September. So look, it is what it is. The share price very much is what it is. ARBK, if we have a look at that, obviously our IPO price was $15. The pre-market is saying it's going to go down by 10 cents a share. We had seen highs, we were right up at heights of 19, but we're back down to the 15. Nearly the IPO price. A lot of people then are saying, well, Bitcoin is throbbing, which it is, that most certainly is. It's the last 7 days forecast you can see here. In the last week alone, we went from just shy of $54,000 right up to the highs of 58, and we're currently floating in around $58,000 right now. So it has had a great rise. I'm loving my Bitcoin gains, but all these people that go, Bitcoin goes up, Argo should go up. They're the exact same. Why are we getting these great gains and we're not getting them reflected in Argo? And to make it very, very simple, they are two different things. It's so frustrating. Everyone just goes, that's up 10%, why isn't Argo? It does not work like that. Yes, our underlying asset, yes, everything that is pretty much based about Argo is on Bitcoin. I understand that, and you understand that too, but that does not mean that if one goes up 10%, the other will go up 10%, because we own a company, and there's a difference from owning cryptocurrency and a company. A company has employees. A company has investments outside of just owning the physical asset, Bitcoin, i.e. Pluto. Plus, we are building a plant, as we've seen updates on in my last video, and I'll share the link here for that. So you can see there is investments. These are going to obviously cost the company money, so you're not going to see that reflection. We do a lot more than that. We do transactions as well. So you have to consider all of that in the process. We're trying to go climate positive. We're spending money going around the communities, investments in the area that we're building the plant. So you have to think about all of this stuff when you're investing in Argo blockchain. We also have quarterly earnings, financial statements, stuff that we can monitor the progress, see what they're saying. The investment, the Bitcoin mined was less last month. That's a negative thing. That's going to pull it down. We also have short interest. And if we go on to one of the Facebook groups, big shout out to all the guys in the Facebook groups. Really do appreciate it. I try to post when I can as well. We see here, Brian, you're an absolute gentleman. He updates on the short volume. This one is coming out no less than an hour ago. Short volume of ARBK on the NASDAQ yesterday was 27,835,000, which is 31.5% of the 89,499 total shares traded. You don't need to get into technicalities. If you do not understand, that is fine. But short traders, they're dragging that price down. And that's another thing that you've got that's playing. It's FUD. And I've done a video on FUD. Go in, read the description there. There's people that make fake news that can alter stocks. Don't take this as I am saying this, but I am just saying that the competitors, maybe you can have derampers. There's people on forums that will be deramping Argo over Hut 8, for example. This stock can be altered in so many different ways. You have to understand that. And within all of that, creates the uncertainty, drags down the price. So there's a lot of factors at play. I don't know the reason. Most people are surprised that it hasn't shot up. To be fair, so am I. I would expect it to be higher than what it is. But now we've got a couple of the issues addressed. The short volume is going to drag it down. But if you can't buy more, hold. That's how you beat the short sellers. I'll not go into too much more detail on that. I've done videos prior talking about short selling and stuff. This video is really just to try and calm some nerves. There is nothing changed with Argo blockchain. Not going to name any names, but there was this guy on, Argo's a waste of money, just awful the last 6 months. He put up a picture showing that comparing it to Hut 8, in the last 6 months, it was down 48%, where Hut 8's up 55%. What is going on? Blah, 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 blah. And then anyone in the group will see my response. I posted this. If you bought this time last year, you would be up over 1,000% in Hut 8. But Argo blockchain, you'd be up over 2,000. So again, just shows you can't expect in a month to be putting money in and expecting things to shoot up. I had done videos leading up to this telling people that this might dip. It could possibly dip. I've seen it 100 times with different IPOs. It doesn't necessarily mean because we're on the listing, it's just gonna, doesn't always happen. Didn't happen in this case. Dry the eyes. Buy the dip or hold on. Do not cry about a month and go, oh no, it's not up in a month. Then why were you invested in something for a month? There's no point, guys. Honestly, there's no point. Hey, I have not shed any tears. I have not cared about the stock. I have bought step dips. I've still got another 20% more of the portfolio that I would like to add in Argo blockchain, but I'm biding my time. Told you, I'm going to be phasing this in over a long period of time. The longer it stays lower, guys, honest to God, I'm more than happy with it because the progress on site, the progress within Peter, I believe in Peter Wall, I believe in what the company's about, I believe in the climate positive initiative that we've signed up to. I like everything about Argo blockchain, so the price does not bother me. I'm holding long. Anyway, the only time I would sell anything is any of massive fundamentals change, i.e. they came out and went, we're no longer going to deal with the climate positive thing. To me, that's a passionate thing that I like. I would be potentially considering it. Peter Wall decided to quit and didn't like it. Big things like that would make me consider. But if the company stays doing what it's doing, I am more than content holding and the share price will catch up. And on the back of this, I've decided to do a big video about Peter Lynch. Peter Lynch is one of the best time investors ever and he keeps things very, very simple. So I'm going to do a video, that's going to be my next one, just a simple beginner sort of things to remember. I think he puts it so simple and hopefully it'll help get people to understand. Just hold long. You don't have to worry about all this short-term volatility. Just hold long. The share price will eventually catch up to how great this company can be, okay? And another thing, we have a lockdown period with Argo blockchain that will expire. That can cause uncertainty as well. But look at other companies, for example, when Facebook's lockdown period ended, the stock doubled in price. It can happen. We don't know what way it's going to go. At pretty simple terms, a lockdown period, when it ends, the shareholders will then have the option to sell. The whole point of a lockdown period is to lock in people so then stop them from selling. It's to try and minimize volatility. To me, the stock price hasn't been that volatile. It hasn't went mad up 10% and down 10%. It's kind of been just sort of floating along 1-2% up, 1-3% down. It's not been too, heart attack central. So I've been okay with it. But yes, it's been on a downward trajectory. I understand that. I get that. Buy the dips. Hold on, it'll be fine. Bitcoin's going to go to 100 grand in the next 6 months. In my opinion, maybe even earlier than that. It's on the trajectory. I've loaded up more in Bitcoin. I'm content with that. And if Bitcoin goes to 100 grand, you best believe, even with all the short interest, even with all the investments, everything that we've talked about, Argo is going to go higher up, okay? So just relax, deep breaths, it's okay. Buy the handkerchiefs, dry the eyes. Don't look at it. Don't look at it every day if it's bothering you. It can affect your mood and it's okay if it does stress you out, but just try to keep calm and relax. Honest, I can't preach that enough. Anybody that's feeling really down about it, feel free to message me. We can chat. try and help things out, you know, just across the board. I don't want anyone stressing out about this here. And again, you should only be investing with money that you can afford to lose. Not that I'm saying that's what's going to happen, but it's money that you don't need. You do not need to be taking it out to pay your rent. Don't be anywhere near the stock market if that is your situation. Trust me, because then you're putting your family life, everything at jeopardy. Don't put money in that is just money to the side that you would be just spending in the bar or whatever. Speaking of bar, I am coming 33 on Monday. Can you believe it? I don't know. I don't look a day over 23. It's crazy. Ha 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 ha. But if anyone would like to buy me a coffee that I can maybe convert into a different type of beverage, feel free to do that down below with the links. Also, if you're thinking about potentially having more than one broker, which I would also tell people to do because it spreads money, spreads risk, plus out of sight, out of mind, all of that. Free trade down below, you can get free links. And if you're thinking, hold on, he's talking a lot of great stuff about Bitcoin, get free Bitcoin, COINBASE link down below as well. That's the video. I hope this calms some nerves. I will keep bringing more videos to you, but there's nothing really significantly changed about Argo. That's why I'm going, why do you want another video on Argo? There's nothing changed. Price changes every day. I'm not going to keep doing videos on it, but I love yous. I'll leave yous for now. I'm going to enjoy my birthday. I will have a Peter Lynch video, as I said. If you're interested in types, you know, stock investing types like that, I'm working on some beginner videos because I'm getting a lot of people asking me about beginner tips and stuff. Got all this coming, guys. Hit like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. I appreciate everybody that does help support the channel. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be having a few beers. I'm sure you'll see some funny, interesting videos on the Instagram over the weekend. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Something that happens by chance, I think not.